Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 21 of the Joe Broadway My Player 2K MLB 2K10 My Player series here, featuring Mr. Joe Broadway. When we left off, he had a big career change. He basically forced his hand in a trade from his former team, the San Francisco Giants, to the Boston Red Sox, with some differences between he and his manager. So here he is, getting accustomed to the Red Sox jersey, getting used to being in a new town, although he's been on the road so far and has not been home in front of the home crowd in Boston yet. But starting out in Kansas City and now a series in Minnesota. And here's a nice play down the line, showing some range there at third base to throw that person out there. So here is a swing and a miss, and the runner gets caught too far off a second. So there goes Joe's at bat in that chance. Not even going to get a chance here. So playing in on the bunt here, he's going to come in, and can he get him? He's going to throw quick and a little bit offline, but it's picked by the first baseman, and that is a put out. So 3-1 Boston here when he comes to the plate, and he's hitting that to the right center gap, and he's getting going here. And at target field, there are some spacious areas out in the alleyways, and he is going to hustle into third base there with a triple, and that's an RBI triple. I believe 2 RBIs on the play here as you see the replay. Going with the pitch low and away, and ripping that in the gap, the opposite field there. So that swing seems to be back on for Joe after his change of from the National League to the American League here, going to Boston with again a very real chance of reaching the World Series if things go well, as this team is stacked.
Hey, 3 RBIs, nice work there, solid production at the plate.
So with that comes a very anticipated moment in Joe's career here when he agreed to come to the Red Sox. Part of it was the lure of playing at historic Fenway Park and having a chance to deposit balls off and over the Green Monster. So here he is getting some batting practice here. His first trip back into Boston here with the Red Sox since they acquired him, and he wants to get a little extra batting practice in, get used to seeing the ball here, and anticipating a big first game in front of the home crowd, as they've not yet had a chance to greet him formally. So as he takes a few more hacks here, he's hoping to maybe try to find his way to hit the ball in the triangle there and get on his horse. So working that out. So they play Tampa, their first series back, and here he is, fairly routine play, but he's going to make it, and that is that. So here comes his first at bat at Fenway Park, and Joe hoping for good results. He gets a nice ovation from the crowd, who obviously are thrilled that they've been able to pluck a MVP player from another team's roster. As he hits this, just scorches it up the middle, but finds the pitcher's glove almost in self-defense. So coming up in his second at bat here, Boston trailing 2-1, and he rips this pitch to left center here, and it's going to get to the wall quickly. But nonetheless, Joe's going to chug into second, and he is going to be safe just in front of the tag. So there it is. He gets his first hit, and his first extra base hit here at Fenway Park. This play, well, kind of a disaster there. Didn't get anybody out. Hesitated. So pays for that. This one more routine, and he does make the play. So there you go. The Red Sox win Joe's debut here at Fenway Park, and into Game 2 of the series. Boston trailing 1-0, but not for long. Joe hits a hanger deep, and that's a Broadway bomb over the Green Monster, 336 feet. His first as a Red Sox, at least at Fenway Park. Not his first as a Red Sox. That happened in Minnesota. But this here, as you see the replay, clearing the monster into the seats up above there. His first shot at Fenway Park as a member of the Red Sox. So here again, going the opposite field and collecting a base hit, taking what he gets with the pitches here. As Boston tries him out a comeback, he's going to try to steal second, and he is in there. So could they have a rally going? Not quite enough. I believe they dropped this game. But here we go. Day game, game 3 of the series. Joe getting yet another hit the opposite field here. Doing really well at seeing the ball and using the whole field. So 1-1 here in the 6th. All these games have been hotly contested there, and that's a nice little snag of a ball that could have easily ended up in left field. So here, again, just tearing the cover off the ball up the middle for a base hit on this trip. So here he goes. He's got a man on first looking for an insurance run, so he's going to try to bunt him over possibly, as the goal was to advance the runner. This ball, he does offer it, but it's in the dirt and it gets away, so runner to second base now. So things change a little bit, where he wants to drive this run in, and he hits it high and deep. And does the center fielder have a play? Absolutely not. That's a home run right over the where the center field camera is positioned there. Just drills it dead center out onto that tarp, and that is his second homer now at Fenway Park, as that swing is really coming around. So here, yet another time on base with a base hit, and he's going hit and run first to third. So they're trying to get some insurance here as it's 6-4. Breaks towards home, but then realizes this ball's going to get caught, gets back, and tags up rather easily there, as they're not going to be able to throw him out. There's not even a throw to the plate. So Joe getting some things done there in a victory. And next up is Baltimore. And with the arrival of the Orioles to Fenway Park, so comes the first clutch moment for Joe in a Red Sox uniform. So as you see the Orioles pitcher about to try to bear down and get Joe out here, we'll see what the situation is here for the clutch moment for Joe to have to try to produce. So they're down 4-1, 2 runners on, second and third, and that ball's laced right up the middle, and that should bring home 2 runs. And indeed it is. That's 2 RBIs. Now, you look here, he actually fails his goal because the goal was to get an extra base hit. But nonetheless, he drove in 2 runs. That's kind of hard to say it's a failure. Here's a pitch out, and somehow, you're kidding me, he's safe? Well, he gets called safe, so the steal works despite the pitch out and the ball getting there before him. This ball hit off the monster, the base of the monster, and he scores easily from second to tie the ball game. So they come on back and tie it 4-4. And then in the 9th, a little bit of defense here. Fairly routine play. I'd like to tell you how this game turned out, but I can't remember. It got simmed from here. So on from here to Toronto, and time to flash the leather a little bit more. A nifty play as he steps on third and throws to first to complete a cool double play right there by Joe. And another fielding chance here to his right. Very steady, making the play, throwing him on out, no big deal. So to the plate, already up 3-2 in this game in the 5th, when he gets a hold of one in left center, and this is to the gap, and it might just, yes it does, clear the wall. That's his 6th on the year, now all with Boston. So 4-3 ball game at this point, and he hits it deep down the right field line. Could it be number 2 on the game? Well, no, it's going to hit off the, it's going to roll around in the corner there, and everybody slows up and does not advance where they should have on that, but nonetheless, it's a hit. So here he's looking. Is this ball gonna get out of here? Look at the pile up here to touch home plate, as that ball does leave the park for a 3-run homer. But they had to kind of wait and see if that would clear the fence, so kind of a comical moment there. Here's a nice little stab again at playing third base. Now here he's guarding the line with a 3-run lead, and to his left, able to range and make another nice play, and that actually ends the ball game. And that will end episode 21. So things are going well with the Red Sox with Joe. Come on back for yet another episode as we continue the Joe Broadway series.